Council and everyone that joined us. Thank you for joining us. I have several concerns regarding the possibility of loopholes inside the proposed regulations. One, the proposed ordinance exempts new poultry houses from the increased setbacks if they submit a complete stormwater management application prior to the effective date of the ordinance, which brings me to ask, how many houses are in the pipeline that would be exempted from this provision? The second, the proposed ordinance allows an existing poultry houses or poultry house complex to be replaced and or enlarged by 25% of the existing house or 25% of the complex footprint, making said new regulations exempt, moving backwards to the old 100-foot setback rule. Which also brings me to the next question. Has the county mapped out the consequences if every existing poultry operation took advantage of this loophole? We are concerned that this provision renders the rest of the ordinance meaningless, since MDE's database shows more than 100 poultry operations, mostly CAFOs, in Wicomico County that could potentially expand their footprint. After reviewing Accomack County's similar regulations, I want to bring forward the proposal of a few more adjustments and things to consider. Density. Nowhere does the regulation discuss or regulate density of poultry operations. There should be a minimum of 8 acres per poultry house to set a maximum of animal units per house. Regulations should also consider the use of multiple persons, dividing the massive operation into 2, thus allowing more houses to be built in a designated area. Number 2, there should also be a notice of intent for all permits onto the county's website, the planning and zoning site, and a notice in local papers. Posting of permits on the physical site should also be adequately noticeable by all residents, neighbors, community dwellings, and schools. We also ask you to input input into the regulation that all MDE permits must be approved before construction on the land is started for adequate and responsible best management practices. The minimum setbacks as is are entirely inadequate and do not address the possibility of density and multiple facilities in a given area. The use of an industry's good neighbor relations policy is a simple way to increase setbacks in a way that was beneficial to the industry and not the neighbors themselves. I also want to address the lack of transparency from the council regarding the health impact assessment. At no given time were the stakeholders allowed to give their input on the matter, even though the HIA clearly states that we did so. Community members should know what is happening throughout the process and should be invited to give input on the scope and the questions. Not only did the council fail to notify the public that the study was being done, but we had to find out on social media that it was being used in Cecil County regarding their new zoning regulations. The research questions developed were narrow and restricted and prevent a full and appropriate evaluation of the data and research. As a result, studies and evidence highly relevant to the community health were excluded. And finally, I want to expand on the fact that the County Council and the Health Department have full capacity to convene as a county health board and can adopt a health ordinance on behalf of the Maryland Constitution, Article 11A, and is given broad legislative powers regarding public health through the local government article, Section 10.206 of the local government article, provides that the county council of a charter county may pass an ordinance that, and I quote, may aid in maintaining the peace, good government, health, and welfare of the county. The Board of Health powers is provided in the Health General article, which can be found in Health General 3-202 Section D, and I quote, each county board of health may adopt and enforce rules and regulations on any nuisance or cause of disease in the county. Thank you for your time, and please consider amending this. I will be emailing this to you.